Welcome, my political friends of the interwebs. This is going to be my second attempt at responding to Lambdog76's video response to me. The reason it's the second one is because YouTube deemed my first one to be too long, because my account is not in good standing, because some left-wing nutjob flagged one of my videos as hate speech, blah, blah, blah. Okay, forget the fact that I've had a ton of videos that have been longer than 15 minutes since it was flagged and my account was put into, not good standing, whatever. Anyway, I think we all know that conservative bloggers on YouTube are treated as second-class citizens. The bottom line, treated as second-class citizens, and it's bullshit, but it is what it is. Okay, anyway, let me get past it. It's kind of hard because I had a really great video response, and I know this one's going to suck because I just feel like I'm squeezed for time. At Lambdog, I want to tell you, in my original video response to you, I had such a compelling argument that I know you would have voted mitt. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right, people. If you don't know Lambdog76, please subscribe to him. He's a thinker. He's a cool dude. He's a constitutionalist. He's a lot of things that's really neat. There'll be a link to his channel underneath this. All right, he made 2 points, and thank you for only bringing up 2. I know you have a lot more points, but thank you for only bringing up 2, because especially now that I realize I'm freaking limited on time. The first point was that Mitt Romney had signed a weapons ban in Massachusetts, assault weapons ban in Massachusetts, which is a violation of the Constitution, therefore making him, for all intents and purposes, a traitor to the Constitution and no longer eligible to represent the people or to defend the Constitution. That's his first point. Second point was healthcare. He believed that Romney Care violated the 10th Amendment of the Constitution, and therefore, once again, he is a violator of the Constitution, doesn't respect the Constitution, wipes his ass with the Constitution, and therefore he is nobody, and when I say he, I'm talking about Mitt Romney, is nobody that Lambdog76 could, in good conscience, vote for, because in Lambdog76, as far as Lambdog76 is concerned, Mitt Romney does not respect the Constitution as the way Lambdog76 interprets the reading of the Constitution. Now, and remember what I just said, the way Lambdog76 interprets the reading of the Constitution. By the way, he pretty much interprets it, for the most part, pretty closely to the same way I do. And that's important too, so remember I said that. Okay, so, here's the thing. He ended his video by saying that he is tired of voting against people, which basically means the lesser of the two evils, or voting for somebody as a form of voting against, in this situation, would be Barack Obama. So, if I get what he's trying to say right, he's basically saying that he's voting, if he voted for Mitt, it would be solely to vote against Barack Obama, and he's sick of that. He wants somebody good. He wanted Ron Paul. Okay, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, he knows that Ron Paul is not going to be the representative or the Republican nominee. He knows that. He's not getting it. So, much like a lot of Ron Paul people, they've just said, look, I'm just going to vote Ron Paul. I'm just going to sign his name. I'm going to write in Ron Paul on Election Day, November. All right, so we all know where Lambdog's coming from. So let me make my arguments as to why I believe that Lambdog should vote for Mitt Romney. And it goes back to what I was saying about the interpretation of the Constitution, how Lambdog interprets the Constitution and how I interpret the Constitution, which, like I said, are very similar, versus, say, how one of the liberal justices interprets the Constitution. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Okay. Barack Obama will undoubtedly get to nominate one Supreme Court justice for sure if he gets another 4 years, most likely 2 and maybe even 3. Now, why is that important? Because, believe it or not, even though most of us look at the Constitution as something chiseled in granite, and any idiot can interpret what it means. For example, I've always believed, from as early on as I can remember, that the Second Amendment applied to individual rights. So, when it said the people, it meant individuals. In my mind, it never meant that the only people that could have weapons were people that were in a militia, i.e., the National Guard. or the reserve or whatever. Okay. But there were a lot of liberals who did interpret it that way, and you guys know it. And Lambdog, you know it. Okay. There were a lot of liberals on the Supreme Court that interpreted it that way. So, in fact, when the question came before the Supreme Court about whether or not the wording in the Second Amendment meant that individuals had the right to bear arms, they decided that it did by one vote. Now, that's very important, by one vote. Now, here's the thing. My argument is that regardless of what you think of Mitt Romney, okay, I don't believe that he is going to nominate hardcore leftists to the Supreme Court. I really don't. He may appoint moderates, okay, which I know none of us are going to be digging that either. But what he won't, in my opinion at least, is nominate hardcore leftists. Who will? Barack Obama. That guy right there. He's going to nominate hardcore leftists to the Supreme Court. And we're not going to be able to stop him. Listen, they will get confirmed. And whoever he picks to be on the Supreme Court will. I mean, there'll be a lot of fighting, and Fox News will throw a hissy fit. But the bottom line is this. Barack Obama will stuff the Supreme Court with leftists, and we will lose our right to bear arms, because the minute that they have a liberal majority in the Supreme Court, the minute, then they're going to make challenges to some law allowing people to have arms, whatever, and it will end up in front of the Supreme Court. They will do this purposely, and the Supreme Court will overturn the previous ruling, and we will be without our Second Amendment rights and many other rights. Now, I do know that in the last several years, the Constitution has been trampled on. I understand that. But the way to fight that isn't to allow some left-wing nut job to get reelected into a second term where he's going to be able to fill the Supreme Court. Listen, he will put Supreme Court justices in there that will have an impact on this country for decades. These people, they don't quit the Supreme Court until they're ready to die. Okay? I mean, seriously. And I know you don't want to hear it. And I know you're upset that Ron Paul isn't going to be nominated. He's not going to be president. Ron Paul is not going to be president. Okay, I know that upsets you. I know it upsets a lot of Ron Paul supporters. And I know it upsets a lot of people who are huge fans of the, Constitution of the United States. I get it. I feel your pain. I really do. But the answer is not to have a bullshit protest vote that's going to have the only impact it's going to have is basically stripping you of your Second Amendment rights. Because I am telling you right now that Obama will have a bunch of left-wing nuts on the Supreme Court, and they will not only wipe their ass with the Constitution, they will set fire to it. Because regardless of what you think the Second Amendment says, regardless of what you think the First Amendment says, ultimately in the end, it doesn't matter. It all comes down to what the Supreme Court justices think that the Constitution says. End of story. You may not like that, but it is what it is. And you can say all day long, well, but the Second Amendment says this. Well, guess what? It don't matter what you think the Second Amendment says. What it matters is what those justices say. So think long and hard before you have this, before you stick to your guns and, I'm a man of conviction and I'm gonna write Ron Paul's name in. Well, you might as well just write Barack Obama in, because you're going to have the absolute same effect. Do you think that they're going to find your ballot and it's going to say Ron Paul on it, and then they're going to frame that as and have it as a shrine to defenders of the Constitution? Do you think that's what's going to happen? No. You'll be thrown, like the rest of the people who do that, into the bin of history, literally. And we will go on in this country in a very left-leaning direction. And as soon as he gets enough Supreme Court justices that look at the world the way he does, it will be hugely that way. It will be unreal. So, if you're concerned about weapons, assault weapons, and who did or did not sign bans and whatnot, and if you're concerned about 10th Amendment rights, I just want you to seriously consider what you're doing, or what you intend on doing, because I'm telling you right now, it will have a horrible impact on us, because I am thoroughly convinced that Barack Obama, given the choice, even if he only appoints people that have the same liberal mentality that the last person that he appointed to the court, Sotomayor or whatever the hell her name is, we're screwed. we're screwed. Even if that's all he does, we're screwed. I mean, could you possibly make an argument that says that Barack Obama won't nominate hardcore leftists? I mean, can you make that argument? Because I don't think you can. Now, I think, seriously, listen, at the very least, Mitt Romney won't do it in his first term. Okay, so even if you thought that Mitt Romney would, let's say, nominate a bunch of wishy-washy, moderate to left-leaning Supreme Court justices, that's still a hell of a lot better than what Barack Obama intends on doing, or will do, you know, in my opinion. Now, these are close in my opinion. All right, anyway, listen, I have got to go. That's it for me. I hope I changed your mind. We'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for the video reply. If you got more points, throw them at me. Maybe we can do this a few more times. Anyway, everybody, see ya!